guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this video, you've probably seen the vlog that I've just uploaded before this one. Okay, so for the sake of peace and for a place to call home, I decided that it's in my best interest to not upload that before video because it was too much, violence in the video. So that is why I have not uploaded it, and that is why you're not gonna know what I said. But yeah, that is it. I will find a nice way to say it and put it in another video, Sha. No worry. Okay, bye. And at the end of the vlog, I just kind of said a few things. And I'd like to clarify because why not? But yeah, so this video is just going to be me explaining what's been going on. And to be fair, I'm not explaining it to you guys. It's just going to be... Okay, let me just get into it because you'll understand what I'm trying to say. When I started my channel, when I wanted to start my channel, I was going to call it AP Diaries, AP standing for Annapelle. And it's because I kind of wanted it to be like an online diary for myself. So I wasn't necessarily trying to do YouTube the way that everybody else was doing it, which was like doing makeup challenges and stuff. Don't get me wrong, those are all things that I enjoy, that I was going to do on my YouTube, pardon me. But I think for me, it was more so the first thing that kind of drew me to doing YouTube was so I could have like an online platform, like almost like an online diary that I could talk into, have conversations with myself about, like, because the thing is, I talk to myself quite a lot. So I kind of felt like, why not just put it on camera and sort of like document my day-to-day life and my struggles, my achievements, just different things, like just see how my journey of life is gonna be like. But unfortunately, I had fallen into this trap of trying to monetize things, trying to make sure that all your hobbies generate some sort of income. If your hobbies are generating an income, lovely, good, kudos.
Wow, the English was not English. It really wasn't.
Good for you. But it's not everybody that's gonna, it's not everything you do that's gonna make you money, or you should do for the purpose of making money. Because let me explain what I mean. Because I wanted to make my channel great, I saw it in the sense of my channel is successful if I have a certain number of subscribers, if I'm getting sponsorship deals, those kind of things. And as much as there's nothing wrong with that, that was not why I started to do YouTube in the first place. And I think that's why it was so hard for me to record, like show up and do videos, because although it would be good content or good video ideas, I didn't want to necessarily do them. I'll get into that in a bit. So I've always had this thing where if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. And you're probably looking at this like, duh, like nobody wants to do something, I'm not going to do it. I get that. But this has stuck with me for a long time. I've been called lazy a lot. I procrastinate a lot, but I just kind of felt like that's just normal. Everyone kind of does that. So I didn't really see anything to it. I just kind of felt like that's just who I am. I've just recently found out that I might have ADHD. I've had my first assessments with my GP, and they've referred me to Psychiatric UK. And so I'm waiting to see what the process is like. But since I've found out that I potentially have it, I believe that I do anyway. I'm just waiting for an actual diagnosis as opposed to self-diagnosing, but I genuinely believe that I do. And so I started to sort of like live my life as I do. As if I do, I mean. And one of the things that I've decided to do is not work so hard against myself, but just kind of work around me, like accommodate me, the kind of grace that I give to other people, the way I tolerate other people, I work around other people. I need to do the same thing for myself. And one of the things that I've realized is if no matter how good content is, if I want to record it, if I don't feel like recording it in that moment, I'm not going to do it. And for the most part, those things aren't something I want to do all the time. Like the videos that I'm putting out at the moment, it's not necessarily the videos that I really want to do all the time. They're usually kind of things that I have to talk myself into doing, and I don't want to do that. You know, I want to be able to just kind of like switch the camera on and just say what it is that I want to say. I know there's so many rules, and you have to do this, and you have to upload 3 times a week, and this, that, and there, and you have to use these hashtags. And I'm still going to try my best to do most of those things, but I'm really going to switch the direction that this channel is going into. And so a lot of the things I'm going to be doing on here is going to be for me and myself. I'm not going to be making content for anybody else, unfortunately. I'm not here to entertain anyone but me. So if you're here to watch, that's great. If you'd like to share, comment, and subscribe on my videos, that would be nice, but you don't have to. I'm not here to do it for anybody else but myself. I'm kind of sick and tired of the whole pretense of everything. That felt nice. Like, it's just a lot. It's so much. I feel like I have so much to say, but I don't know how to say it. I didn't know how to go about it, and I feel like now I genuinely have found a way in doing things the way that I want to. And I've had this epiphany that I said in my last video, that everything is fake. The internet is fake. Nothing is real. Your fears aren't real. Nothing is real. You choose and you decide what's real and what's not. Honestly. And if you live your life that way, I feel like things are just going to be a little bit more simpler, a bit more easier. But yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing, because I feel like one of the things that was, it weighs on you a lot.
Okay, so here you can clearly see how, like, one of the ADHD things that I'd be talking about. So I completely forgot what I was talking about in the middle of me talking about it. And it takes a while for me to sort of like get it back. It's really weird, but I'm just going to leave these things in my videos now just so you can kind of catch onto it, if that makes sense. But yeah,
like, part of the reasons that I couldn't do it is it was just a lot going on. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, as I'm sure everybody else does. I'm sure every other YouTuber does, you know, like there's a lot of other things going on in their lives that they don't necessarily share with us, and they just switch on the camera and they do what they need to do. And other people can do that, but me, I'm not really the kind of person that can do that. I'm very sensitive. I'm very emotional. So as much as this is not, it has its pros and cons, but I'm led by impulse a lot because of how emotional I can be, and also partly because of ADHD. I can be very impulsive, and the whole sitting down, putting on makeup, thinking of the video, planning out the video, all of that stuff, it just doesn't bang for me. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. I've tried for so long. I don't know how to do it. So I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to switch on the camera, and whatever feels natural to me, that's what's going to happen. If I want to come on here and vent, then that's just what's going to happen. I'm just going to come here and vent. But yeah, in the spirit of a new direction, let's just give a little update of what I've been up to. I don't know if I'm going to upload the first video, but because I've done a couple of videos. As you can see, I'm not in my house. I'm in a hotel, because I got into a bit of a situation with my parents, an argument, and I needed to go somewhere to sort of like clear my mind or just be by myself for a couple of days. So I've been here since Friday, just kind of like chilling, you know, doing things that I want to do. And honestly, I want to talk about life a little bit. It's been hard. I don't know how everybody else is doing it, but shit is crazy. It's really crazy. Like, I genuinely, do you know what's crazy though? I don't know who told me this. When I was younger, I really was like, yeah, hey, by 25, I'm gonna have a husband, I'm gonna have kids, everything is gonna be sweet, everything is, it's not, it didn't work like that. It didn't give what it was supposed to have gave, because I spent my 21st birthday broke as hell. Definitely no husband, no kids, no job. It was crazy. But anyway, before we even get into that, I feel like there's so many things that I expected to have achieved by this age that I haven't, and sometimes it takes a toll on you. Like, as much as you kind of want to be like, yeah, don't listen to outside world and listen to yourself and me. You put so much pressure on you know, I don't know. You put so much pressure on yourself that it doesn't bang. You're just upset about a lot of things. It's too much. Bro, I didn't have when Corona hit. I remember at that time, 2019 was a very eventful year for me. It was, from trying to kill myself like twice. Oh. Trigger warning. 2019 was definitely a very challenging year. I had gone through a lot of things. My mental health was practically in the bin. Trigger warning. I tried to take my own life twice. And then I got the chance to go to Ghana. It was the first time I was gonna go in since I had left the place. And I wanted to go. I really badly needed somewhere that felt like home. I needed that holiday so bad. I really did. And fortunately or unfortunately, I don't even know whether it was fortunate or unfortunate, to be honest, because I lost some friends. I mean, something happened that I will talk about in a story time, because I feel like this is something that I have been wanting to talk about for a very long time, but I just can't be bothered because of, one, how long it is, and two, it was still an ongoing situation, so I couldn't be asked. But I feel like now I can talk about it because I feel much better about it. But I will do that in a separate actual story time because it's way too long for this, right? But anyway, I ended up losing some friends on that holiday, and I ended up meeting different people on that holiday that I genuinely liked, that I felt like I was getting along with, or we were in a good position. I don't know. I liked the people I met. Let's just say that. 2020, I was going to be 25 that year. I remember the 31st of December 2019, you do crossover services, and I prayed for development. I wanted to develop and grow as a person. I felt like I was still doing a lot of childish things, and I was over it. I was just like, listen, something has to change. Like, I'm not a baby anymore. I want to make good impact in my life, like change in my life. I want to make good money, like, but like not just have a job. Like, I want to have a career, you know, those kind of things. Just do big things, I guess. It didn't happen the way that I planned it at all. I started to lose friends. That was the first thing that happened. Like, people that I had known for 10 plus years were just dropping like flies, and I lost like a bunch of friends. I mean, we're all in the same group, and I lost like all of them apart from like maybe one in a go, right? And that was very hard for me to take on, but that was like the first blow. And then I didn't have a job because obviously Corona, so I lost my job a few months after we came, like 2 months after we came back from that holiday from hell. I lost my job. I always wanted to lose weight, and I had promised myself that I was not going to go into my 25th big. I'm still big, and I'm going to be 26 in a couple of weeks. Anyway, bitch, moving on. I still ain't got no mans. That one is a very touching topic, okay? Because people my age, they are married with kids, and I ain't got no babies. But men they don't even hate like that anyway, so whatever. it's just so many things that I was just like, what had happened? Like, now that I'm in this hotel, I've been doing a lot of self-reflection, and I'm like, well, damn, you don't have shit. Like, it feels like you don't have anything, but then on the other side, I'm looking at it like, bro, I am 25 years old. Like, I remember there was a point in my time when I was young and I lived in Ghana, and people that were like 25, 26 lived at home and they were still considered kids. What am I fucking, like, where am I rushing off to? Why is there so much pressure to do or to be so great, like like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with imperfection or achieving things at a young age. Nothing wrong with that. Good for you. In fact, I feel like it's even great that the generation behind us are a bit more, they know what they want as opposed to just there. I mean, like, I don't know, I think I talk a lot and I got off topic a lot and that's something I've been a bit about to have it on camera, because I was a bit like, oh my gosh, it's gonna sound like I'm unprofessional, I don't know what I'm doing. This is not my fucking job. So if I go off topic, deal with it. If you don't want to watch it, then don't. So anywho, as I was saying, because this is how I be talking to my friends. Oh, I am so sorry if I'm coming off as like rude, but I have to keep saying this because it's not you guys I'm trying to convince, it's myself. Okay, thank you very much. What the hell was I talking about before? Damn, I was saying something though, and it was good too. Girl, come on. Okay. I don't wanna, and okay. Yeah, but what did I say right after that? That's it, perfection. So yeah, like, I feel like I'm still young. I still have time to do the things that I want to do. There's no need to rush into doing anything. There's absolutely no need. And for me, I felt like I was coming on YouTube and seeing everybody put together and living their lives and doing things, and I was just like, damn, like, I'm not these girls. I don't fit in. Who's gonna watch me and think, oh, let me watch her and change my life, or let me watch how she does her makeup and do mine? Like, I felt like I wasn't providing any valuable anything to anyone, and nobody would watch me. And I've also felt like my accent is a bit weird, because for those of you who don't know, I was born in Ghana. If you watched my first video, you will know. I'm gonna link it somewhere. But I was born in Ghana, and my accent is a bit weird because I was born in Ghana, learnt British English in terms of how you write and spell and stuff like that. So I guess British grammar. And then, but accent-wise, it was very American, because we watch a lot of American movies, hip-hop. We were heavily influenced by American culture. So I grew up having, I don't know how to explain it. I watched a lot of like movies, a lot of those kind of things. So my accent was kind of influenced by American accents. So sometimes I say certain things that sounds very American, but I'm not, obviously. And then on top of that, oh girl, I think you're spitting, but okay. On top of that, when I came here, I had to obviously learn how to pronounce certain things. And so now it's a bit of a mixture of American accents, Ghanaian accent, and a London accent. And I felt like people would judge me for it, especially because I watched so much like American YouTube and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want people to look at it and be like, oh, she's begging it, oh my gosh. But like, who cares, man? Like, who cares? If my accent is weird and that's what people feel some type of way about, then oh fucking K, this is my channel at the end of the day. This is what I mean by it sounds crazy, like I've had an epiphany, but it's not. It's common sense, right? Because people outside of the phone screen don't exist. They don't. And a lot of the things that they say, or a lot of things that they believe in outside of a phone screen, they don't in real life. They're not that. So there's no point beating myself out for hypothetical things that could happen in the future that hasn't even fucking happened yet. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope you guys get where I'm going with this. But anywho, yeah, I just didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like it. And I felt like I wouldn't fit in. I haven't fit in since I stepped foot in this London. There's so many instances where I felt like I didn't fit in. I was always the outsider, the other child, like the other kid on the block or whatever. And I feel like it stuck with me. So a lot of times I feel like I don't fit into a lot of places. Even when I do, even when people are like accepting of me, I still kind of feel like, ugh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a but, a if, like a, you know, we accept you, but, you know, so I don't know. I don't want to do, not like I don't want to do YouTube, but I felt like every time I appeared on here, I had to be perfect in a sense. Everything had to be in a certain way. And I don't think I have to do that. I think that's silly. It doesn't make any sense. You feel me? It's hard. And I think that's one of the things that was making it incredibly hard for me to film, because so many things are going on behind the scenes that is just not realistic. Do you get what I mean? Like sometimes I wake up, I'm in a depressive state. I don't want to put on makeup and sit down and talk about, I don't know, how to do your eyebrow properly sometimes. And don't get me wrong, sometimes that's what I want to do, you know, when I'm sad or I'm not in the mood. That would cheer me up. But sometimes I just want to sit on camera and talk about how fucked up shit is for me, you know. And I don't want to have to feel bad about it or feel self-conscious about it, because there's so many things to me. I think as a person, there's so many to us as people that it's almost a disservice to others to just show one side of it. I mean, it's a personal preference, I guess. But to me, I personally feel like the kind of person I am, I will be doing a disservice to myself and other people if I just represent one side of myself, because there's just too many sides to me to just operate from one front, if that makes sense. It just is impossible. That's when it's impossible and it cannot happen together. You have to mesh it together. So yeah, I needed to let go of that mentality. So this channel is obviously going to go into different directions in terms of, I'm going to try and figure out consistency wise, like when I'm going to upload, if it's going to be every Friday or every Tuesday or every when. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out as time goes on. I'm giving myself time, giving myself the grace, not trying to put too much pressure on myself, because that's where I fail. And so I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to try my hardest to upload. And then in terms of what I will be doing, like, you know, some people say you actually have a niche and stuff like that. And I think you do. But I think my niche will be just doing whatever the hell I want. If that's a niche. If that makes sense. Yeah. What else do I want to say? I feel like I had something else to say, but I don't remember it. I will say, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I will do a video where I talk about a bit more of my ADHD things. It's been very insightful, to say the least. It's been very insightful. Oh, but I do want to say, before I go, there are 2 YouTube channels that I've been watching a lot lately that has kind of catapulted me into this new person that I am. And I think everybody should watch those YouTubers. One of them is called HeyItsBri. I found her channel first, and honestly, she is a breath of fresh air. She reminds me of someone who's just being themselves. It's so nice to see something that's just not the same as everybody, and just you as a person, or you're crazy, or the good, the bad, being able to unapologetically be yourself is super hard, and that's something that she has mastered. And I think you should watch her, because it will really, like, the things that she says and the way that she does certain things, it will really influence your way of thinking. And personally, I think it will do so in a good way, because it has done so in a good way for me. And so, yeah, because one of the things that she always says all the time, she goes, "Hey, it's Bri." I love her. But anyway, she's cracked the code. It makes sense. It makes sense to just be who you are, and the world will literally eventually fall into line. Like, they will fall into place, because what else? What are they gonna do? In the rest of charade, who gonna check me, boo? Because who is? I don't see anyone who's gonna try and do that. So do you. And the next person is Korty, E-O. I believe is Korty. Do you know what? I'll put their links in the description box down below anyway. Oh, how I love her. I love you so much, girl. If you watching, I love you. She's the reason why I want to be able to just put my camera on and just record. Because the first time I saw her video, I was thinking, is she not going to sit down? Like, is she not going to find like a background that's like looking like real, like, you know, pearls and green plants in the background, and, you know, white background, sitting there with like maybe an artwork or something, makeup, and just talking about the time she almost got kidnapped or some shit. And now, for damn, you're just gonna just do what you want on your own channel with your own camera and your own resources? I guess that makes sense. She really just comes on there and she does so like, and the thing is, she's not even doing anything weird. Like, she's just being herself. Like, there's videos of her interviewing celebs and, you know, people like that, and videos of her just kind of walking around her apartment just talking. And I'm just like, it's so real, it's so realistic, it's so, I want to create content. This is what I'm going to do. I'm doing it, you know? And the thing is, that might not be how it happens for her, but that's how I'm seeing it. That's how it interprets to me. And so it makes sense. I don't know how to explain. I really hope I'm making sense in this video, because, oh boy, it shall make sense to me. But thank you to those girls. I love YouTube. I love the internet, man. As much as I feel like it's fake, I love it, because it's like, it inspires you to do better. It shows you how the life that you want is also very much in reach. Going off topic here, babes. Maybe that planning thing, maybe. It's maybe. But you know what? That's just the channel. That's just the direction that the channel is going to go into. I do want to say thank you to those two ladies. I really appreciate that they have their channels and they're unapologetically themselves, because it has inspired me to do the same. And I hope that from now moving forward, I'm able to continue with this mindset, because I'm not going to lie to you. I can't tell you how many times I have had a mindset change, and then the next morning, ain't shit changed. Not a damn motherfucking thing. So, okay. So we'll see. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good place to end this video. Oh, I be smoking. That's one thing that I was kind of ashamed of. But like I said, who finna be my ass? I mean, maybe not HMRC, girl. That's the government. What's the police? HMP. Her Royal. Her Royal. HR. Her Majesty Royal. HMR. Her Majesty Royal. Not just say, but I be HM. Her Majesty Royal Police, HMRP. You see why I don't have friends? HMRP. I don't feel like it would that HMP. So what is HMP? Her Majesty Prisons. Oh, Her Majesty Prison Service. Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, girl, I've been doing that. So yeah. Anyway. We give the rest to God. You know what I mean? And I'll see you guys when I